it's Courtney with PRMA Plastic Surgery. We are continuing our celebration of Bra Day 2020, and this virtual booth is highlighting DIEP C Foundation. I am here with DIEP C Foundation's founder, Terri. So thanks so much for joining and participating in our virtual booth this year, Terri. I know last year we had the pleasure of having you, or having some of your representatives at an in-person booth for our Bra Day. But thanks to technology, you're getting to participate this year virtually. So thanks so much for participating this year.
Hey, thanks, Courtney, for inviting me. It's good to see you, even if it's virtually. And I have to give kudos to PRMA for having this virtual Bra Day right in the middle of the pandemic when we're all getting used to virtual events. But yeah, last year I had some of my volunteers at your booth, and so it's good to be part of it this year. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Absolutely. So Terri, to kind of kick off your virtual booth spotlight, can you tell us a little bit about your journey and why that inspired you to start this foundation and what your foundation is all about?
Yes, I will, Courtney. Thanks so much. So really, I mean, my personal journey began at PRMA. So it's special to be able to be a part of that, of the Bra Day this year. And I had my DIEP flap reconstruction in 2014, December. So after having a second breast cancer diagnosis, a double mastectomy, having my successful reconstruction, I began to think about the entire process I had to go through. I had to plan travel because, you know, I traveled from where I was living at the time to Texas. Many women today are traveling for their reconstruction, especially if it's microsurgery. So there's travel involved. There's also a lot of emotional steps that women have to go through. I think that they carry not only their own emotions from their breast cancer diagnosis, but also their family members. And so they need some emotional support through that. A lot of them don't know where to go to find a board-certified, highly qualified microsurgeon. So the foundation has been very fortunate over the last few years since we started in 2016 to be able to travel to medical conferences and to meet these surgeons, to talk to them one-on-one. But also, we've been able to talk to patients. And when I find out that patients have had great experiences with surgeons across the country, then that's where we make the connection. I like to be able to, you know, at the beginning, it's like all roads led to PRMA for me. But now I know about reconstructive surgeons across the United States and even across the globe, that the foundation can now connect those women to these surgeons, suggest that they visit them. And then, you know, the other part of this is just the entire healing process. You know, surgery happens and then there's days that require healing. There's also days beyond the diagnosis. How am I going to feel in 2 years? So we cover a broad range of topics at the foundation, and we're here to help those women with their own personal journey. I'm just happy. I had such a great experience. I'm just happy that I can pay this forward to other women, to their caregivers, you know, to their friends and family who are supporting them.
Well, and you have such a huge heart and just compassion and love for these women. And I think it's just an absolute testimony to your wonderfulness of, you know, your success in this foundation and how many women you have reached personally across the globe and helped them, you know, kind of journey through their reconstructive process, from learning about their options to undergoing surgery to, you're right, the emotional support after surgery. So with that being said, is there one story, or can you share a story, something impactful that you've experienced after starting your foundation, either a relationship with a patient or other woman or surgeon? What is a moment that stood out for you the most?
Wow, that's a loaded question. But you know what? Something happened recently, Courtney, that really it was impactful for me. So I'll take you through a little, we'll do a little screen share in a minute, but on my closed Facebook group, there was a woman who reached out to me. She made a comment on the Facebook group, and I have to tell you, it not only made me feel that the education I'm providing is important, but now it's become this entire global group of women and surgeons, as you said, of support providing this education. So this woman said, she goes, I went into my consult for my DIEP flap, or, it could be any reconstruction really. And she said, my surgeon looked at me and said, you're so prepared. How did you come into this consult so prepared? You've made my job easier for me. And she told him, she said, I belong to a Facebook group, and the women on there are so supportive of each other. And also, we allow surgeons on there. So not only are we getting support from each other, from other patient stories, but we have surgeons on there, other healthcare providers that we warmly welcome, radiologists, genetic counselors, tattoo artists, nurse practitioners. It's just really a global community of people who help breast cancer patients. That sticks in my mind when she said that. I know that we're doing our work when I hear stories like that. So thanks for asking about that.
Well, and it just kind of how impactful too. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to women and they were like, I wish I would have known sooner, or I wish I would have known this before I made these decisions. And so you are, a great resource for women seeking reconstructive options, including the option of no reconstruction, to kind of weigh their options and be prepared before they go and start chatting with, their surgeon and working through, what might be the best choice for them. So in honor of Bra Day, Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day, Terri, why do you feel it's so important for women to be educated on all their breast reconstruction options?
Well, Courtney, like you said, there are basically 3 options for breast reconstruction. There's implant reconstruction, there's autologous reconstruction using your own tissue, or there's a combination. But because our foundation has grown, now the choice to have no reconstruction is completely part of our platform, because the importance of Bra Day is the education. Women are making decisions that will affect them for the rest of their lives. And so without the information, without the support, without the resources, they can't make those informed decisions. It's all part of that shared decision-making conversation that they can have with their surgeons. So that's why I think Bra Day is important. It's providing the education. Do you want a little tour of
Yes, I was just about to ask you, can you walk us through how women and men can get in touch with you, how they can find your resources? What are some venues that you offer patients to connect and learn more about their reconstructive options through your foundation?
Yeah, so we'll do a little screen. I always say the beauty of me being able to build my platform was social media. But now with the pandemic, it has become even more important. So let's do a little screen share, and I will take you through some of our programs. So let me start out, first of all, this is our blog. This is how I started, really. I started by writing a blog, and it's called deepcjourney.com. And you will notice the tabs at the top have all kinds of information on them. The personal stories I love, because now I'm not just telling my own story, I'm telling stories of other women. They've been so generous to be able to share those stories. And also on here, I'll show you in a minute, but we have a lot of educational videos. So that is the blog. And if you hop on over to, you can see there's a foundation blog here, but let me show you what the foundation is. So this is deepcfoundation.org. And because we're a nonprofit, of course, we are looking for sponsors and supporters. So we have donate buttons, give buttons, but more importantly, it talks about really, I think one of the things that I like, Courtney, is that we can I'll click on the advocacy here. I want people to know what the foundation is doing. So we report, every month we update this and we report, what's going on at the foundation and what we're doing. Now, I know that in social media, not everybody uses Facebook, not everybody uses Instagram, not everybody uses Pinterest. So we hit all of the social media channels. This is what our Instagram account looks like. And you can see we post events that are happening, just some fun things. Sometimes I love to just share a good photo, some good inspiration. So again, it's DIEP C Foundation on Instagram. If you go to Pinterest, then we have all of our interviews with our plastic surgeons. We have some other pins on here too about breast reconstruction, personal stories, etc. And then if you go over to Twitter, sometimes people ask me, why is your Twitter handle at 6 State? Well, it's because when I was teaching, I've been an educator all my life. I've had teaching certificates in 6 states. I am endeared to being a teacher and an educator, so I am going to stick with that Twitter handle, and that's what people know me now by, is at 6 State. And then if you hop over, you can see that this is our DIEP C Journey Breast Reconstruction After Mastectomy. It is a private group, and we have over 5.8 thousand members now globally. These members are the ones that include surgeons, tattoo artists, all kinds of healthcare providers. They support all these women who come to this site daily, and I admin and monitor it. I have help with this. And so we answer questions. We provide some of these resources like our videos, articles, evidence-based articles, and we share information from some of the surgeons too, like the ones at PRMA and others who are on the journey to help these women understand what the process of breast reconstruction is like. So finally, we have the foundation page. You can see that we have a video that we're going to premiere today from 2 surgeons that are also on the journey, Midwest Breast in Columbus, Ohio. So the is our foundation YouTube channel, which is loaded with all kinds. I get a lot of feedback these days from women who say, your videos are great. I've set these videos up. I want patients to feel as if they're just here with us, visiting with these surgeons. We have dressers, logic surgeons, we have yoga teachers, all kinds of information on our YouTube channel. So that is how you can find.
I love it, Terri. I love your heart. I love your passion. I love your mission. And I love that you joined us for our virtual booth today at our Bra Day event. So hooray for Bra Day 2020. And thank you, Terri, for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for letting me be a part of it. And Bra Day 2020, hooray. It's a day full of information for women who are facing mastectomy. So go PRMA and go Bra Day 2020. Thanks for having me.